Um, on the flip side, we found the stash, which had some very valuable items inside, like a composite longbow, like 20 gold pieces.
It was a spell book which had arcane spells, which is good for the magus, as we found out.
Spoilers, but yeah, your reaction was very fun for that.
We found out.
Puzzling over it. And yeah, some stuff we went on and got the next day to a bridge. And at that bridge, we were puzzling, why is this bridge destroyed? What's up with this bell? There's a house here and some sort of nettle for 5 copper. What's up with that? So Gilly rang the bell because Gilly is very good at stuff like this, you know. So an undead came out of the water, and we talked with the undead, and the undead said, yeah, well, the Stag Lord killed me. And my name is David Nettle, and I was a tall man here, and I seek vengeance, and you will help me by throwing the Stag Lord into these waters. We're not quite sure about that. Gilly got some real fine information for the party and said, yeah, we can absolve him, no problem, it will be all right. It wasn't. We tried to, we did fight him, but yeah, it was a tougher fight, I feel. A bit tougher, like for one enemy, and Gilly went down after taking quite a few hits. And what might be relevant for later, for this session, each hit that Mr. Nettle, or former Mr. Nettle, did on the party was at Gilly. So seems like a focus on the person who betrayed Mr. Nettle. Yeah, and then we continued onwards, and we made a stop to the southwest because we are not able to pass the bridge. Also, like after defeating Mr. Nettle, he dissolved into water and got back into the river and is still lingering and lurking in the depths of the Shriek River. And yeah, after this, we had a quiet evening, and Gilly was not able to sleep that night really well because she is plagued by nightmares of a stream and something coming out of it, and a skull screaming at her, something in that line. And Gilly is now fatigued again. And I'm really looking forward to this session. Is there anything I missed?
Sounds pretty good. Does anyone have anything else to add in? All right.
J4 was also in favor of killing Nettles.
Only about 2 were opposed to that, which was Rabbit and Lindsay.
Yeah, pretty much. As it turns out, they were in the right, I suppose, as we weren't able to vanquish it anyway. J4 ended up cutting off the bell from the little signpost, and that was put back into the house so that nobody else makes our mistake.
I also remember that Vanya said being undead is unnatural. And Vanya found out that J-Flo seems to be undead. So that was awkward.
Awkward!
Okay.
I love that interaction. Like, being undead is unnatural. Well, I'm undead. I didn't know that.
Wouldn't have said that if I knew.
You're making it worse.
So, we pick up the scene. It is about 6:30 in the morning. The sun has just risen. On top of that, one of you has not had a fun night where you dreamt that you were being pulled into a stream of water with a skull to you, Gilly, drowning you into this water, and this kept you up the entire night. So as all of you do come to and start to break down your camp, have a bit of breakfast, all of you see that Gilly has a bit of bags under her eyes, looks a little disheveled, looks a little tired.
More tired than usual.
Lindsay kind of walks up as she's packing up her stuff. She's getting her loot kind of stringed and in tune. Gilly, are you okay? You look rather terrible.
I was not able to sleep, but it's fine. I'll be fine. While Gilly is probably like putting on armor, donning armor even more slowly than usually. Can you give me a hand?
It's just a nightmare. I mean, you haven't had those before. You've had to have nightmares before, haven't you?
Yeah, I have some, but usually this was different, I feel. Like the skull. And she starts just like closing her eyes for a bit and it's shivering. I don't know. It's fine. Let's ride out. Who'll ride with me today?
I can ride with you. I can try to cheer you up.
That would be nice. That would be really good. Well, she's putting on armor and like tightening straps.
Arifio approaches J-Fall.
Hello, Raphael.
Question.
Yes.
Gilly does not seem to be doing very well. You don't think that might be related to yesterday's events, do you?
What do you think?
From that brief description I just heard of nightmares, it sounds coincidental. I just thought, are there cases, what are like, that are connected to undead that might cause this kind of effect?
I do know that I'm not solely unusual. There are some individuals like myself, especially in other parts of Galarian. But I had no idea that when we killed Davik that he wouldn't die. We all saw the body and the weapon turn into water and flow back into the stream. What does Rabbit? What do you think? Maybe overhearing the conversation a little bit. What goes through your mind, Rabbit?
Thinking that the nightmare might have to do something with undead, seeing it's a skull or something in that way, and dragging Gilly into the water, and seeing how we fought someone that consists or can turn himself into water again after being killed. It might have something to do with each other, but Revit isn't sure if it's connected to each other or not.
What do you think, Vanya?
I think everything is connected, in some way. If it's not something, let's say, if it's not something magical, it might be guilt.
Gilly, or not, Gilly, do you feel guilty for killing Davik?
Did I kill Davik?
Well, for maybe attempting to? I don't think he's dead. Not with what we saw.
I don't know. I don't think I killed. I think he's already dead, and there's nothing much left of him. you think he's still a feeling person in there? I was working on the assumption that he was like already gone, and this is like his lingering vengeance still on this world. God, did I kill him?
I'm not
Will,
too knowledgeable in undead to know. I don't. I mean, I've heard stories of skeletons walking around and zombies and fighting them. They their body collapses, destroys, but I never heard of the body flowing into water.
he did not seem to be mindless, at least. Which what did I do? Oh no, it's not good.
Did we make a mistake fighting him?
You know, I think that's all right if we make a mistake. Like this is on me. I made that mistake, and I was pretty sure that he would be relieved of his pain. So, like that his spirit was free after this. So I don't think it's on anyone except me. And I think it was at the time the right call. But if it was wrong, it's all right. You're supposed to do mistakes, right? No, it's fine. I think it's fine.
We're a party, and everything we decided was agreed by all of us, of course. So if it was a mistake, it's a burden we all should carry, not just someone in our party.
And you can see that Gilly doesn't like really acknowledge it by like gesturing with her face or anything, but you can see that attention comes out of her body like a bit. Yeah, and we might help him at some point.
All right. Where are we going first? We still have the frozen stew. Vanya, is the radish soup still frozen?
Let me check. And Vanya looks at the turnip stew and sees it's maybe melted a bit, so she casts ray of frost on it again.
Okay. Well, let's go find these kobolds.
Give me a few minutes. Maybe what Gilly's going through is non-magical. Maybe I could potentially whip something up to help.
Oh, do we have any wine? Wine should help sleeping a little bit.
I bought some.
I can prepare an anti-plague if you just give me a bit.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. A refill.
And I hear tea is very calming for the soul. Maybe I could try to prepare tea.
I don't want to sleep while riding a horse, everyone.
Well, not now, Gilly. For tonight.
For late? Oh, okay. I do like mint. That's certain. Okay. I'll be looking around for mint while Aurifil is looking for herbs. Maybe there's some mint around.
Okay, I will try to. No, I will cook some water. I will heat it up.
Campfire's still going a little bit.
Some?
All right. So in that case, go ahead and give me a survival roll there, Gilly.
Survival.
Rabbit, what are you doing? Nova's out hunting at the moment for herself.
I'm just checking my inventory, making sure my short bow is in working order, all my arrows are sharp. Basically just preparing everything.
After a couple of minutes, you see Nova plopping back into the camp, carrying the small little rabbit in her mouth. Goes to a small corner, starts to eat her breakfast as it is. Gilly, you go out, a little bit of rattled nerves, and you're able to find some mint leaves. And you can bring them back, and we see that Vanya is currently boiling a pot of water over the kind of now dying campfire.
Here. I found a bushel.
So
I just realized I didn't click the rest for the night button at the end of last session.
I can't remember if we did or not. Everyone go ahead and do that real quickly. I'm not sure if we did or not. So go ahead and just go and click a refresh. Get all your stuff done.
Yep.
well, Gilly, do you want your mint tea to be cooked or boiled thoroughly, or do you like it to be short? Okay, of a hint of mint.
Oh, just a lot.
A lot, okay.
Should we really spend time doing this? Gilly's a warrior. She'll be fine. If this is not something natural, then we already know what we need to do.
Well,
Spending time out here making tea is wasting time.
We're doing this while Orifiel is doing something, right? Jathel? I think it's fine.
And I believe
every morning I have to prepare for my spells, and whilst I do so, it helps to also prepare some concoctions, which I always keep stocked up on. It's par for the course. As
mental health.
Finish up some anti-plague, which I'm gonna chuck the anti-plague over into the party donkey.
All right.
So you can grab that and try to use it. that would be Raphael coming over to you, Gillian. Passing some over.
Yeah, Gilly will just... I have to drink this, and Gilly is looking at the nice tea that's over there, and like this concoction of antiplague. What does it look like?
It wouldn't look too different from the elixir of life, but it would definitely look less appealing, a little more murky and viscous.
I have this feeling that this elixir of life was very like chunky, so like a smoothie in a sense. I don't know.
Oh no,
this
would
chunky?
look like a syrup almost.
Yeah. I think from the last description or if you made of like the elixir of life. Oh, that was the old elixir of life.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Okay. So
that was the gone off elixir. Yeah. This one looks like
it's
like a syrup almost. Yeah.
So Gilly is looking at that, and you can see like a hint of disgust in her face, but then she said, "All right, bottoms up."
I'll admit it won't taste the best, but hopefully it'll help.
Ooh.
Has like some bitter notes, but like the slightest sweet aftertaste, but it's very herbal.
I've had worse. This is better than some stuff I had. Oh. Okay, so what does it do mechanically?
If you have to make a saving throw against diseases for the next 24 hours, you get +2 into your fortitude.
Okay.
+2 item bonus.
I have the effect on me. Nice. Thank you, Rafia.
Excuse me, can I have the flask, please, that you just drank the remedy from?
Okay.
And Vanya takes it and puts a finger in there and wants to taste it too, like how it looks like. Raphael, I can't believe how good you are. It tastes really interesting. Thank you so much.
I try my best to have a varied palate, but I wouldn't. You say that one's good?
There are many liquors that taste like this. Like, with the herbs and the bitterness and the sweetness. There's no alcohol in there, right?
No.
Okay. It tastes interesting.
Yeah, it has a nice contrast to it. Bitterness and sweetness. Just it's like lifelong enemies holding hands for the first time.
I actually remember a story we were told to when I was in Pitax in the academies, and I think there was a merchant, or it might have been an adventurer, who disliked the taste of alchemical healing potions. And so they ended up making healing potions that tasted very, very well, to where it was the same effect of they mixed, I think, alcohol with the healing potion. And from what I remember, they became addicted to the healing potions to where in a fight one day they got drunk and were stabbed in the back. That always stood out to me.
That's an interesting tale.
With Bruce, you win some and you lose some, huh?
I mean, that's why all healing potions don't taste that good. I know.
I mean,
Sorry,
at some point you get addicted to just the
I think everyone makes
the hurt, making the hurt go away. You know.
I think everyone makes them a little different, but I suppose the common elements might lead to specific tastes.
It's interesting. I don't know what's in like healing potions, and in the last few weeks, I've quaffed quite a few of them. I like the natural taste of yours the most, or if you they really.
The thought of using alcohol has popped into mind, but I mostly work with fresher ingredients, so I feel that preparing an alcoholic poultice would take more time than is advisable.
When I feel better, we should talk about that more.
Agreed.
We should definitely talk about that more, because if you.
In any case, hopefully that will help in the long run. We should get going momentarily. Sun is moving.
I would love to try them then, if you two make something together.
Of course, it's for everyone, right?
I was more speaking of taste
testing. Well,
wines.
I made you two, but they'll only last for the day. So if you feel like sharing them,
maybe at the end of the day, right?
That is an option.
I just like the thought of taste testing healing potions, like they're fine wine. Oh, this vintage, it's from Old Taldor, you know. It has traveled up the Southern River. You can taste the hint of, I don't know what, Brahmin tongue. Oh no, that's the wrong universe. So
I think if they taste really good, you can make pretty good money with that.
On the other hand, is that really it? I think they will sell even if they taste bad.
But they might sell better.
Oh yeah, if you have a reputation like, oh, you could either get the crappy ones, or like for a few copper more, you get the good ones that don't leave you tasting like iron all day after drinking it. Are we riding out? And Gilly has drunken the mint tea, which is really strong because she pushed so much mint in there. Are we riding out?
As
southwest,
all of you are starting to get ready to ride out, you start to feel the little drops of rain. The sky darkens a little bit. Nothing too severe from what you expect, but you start to have a light rain. Activate module.
Yeah, I think we're riding out.
Who's Jayful riding with?
1 second. Reload real quick. Jatho will ride with. Actually, since Lindsay's riding with Gilly, so with Jatho will ride with Rabbit. If Rabbit will allow it.
Of course.
Like, I just got kicked out of the game.
Right, yeah, that happened to me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a specific reason.
Interesting.
You'll see when you're back on the world map.
Even more modules.
I'm showing the weather.
Oh,
Is there an animation?
cool.
There is.
I don't actually see it.
If you're not seeing it, press F5 on the keyboard, Raphael.
I did get reloaded.
We'll see, maybe reloading. We'll fix it.
Reload again.
There should be rain.
But yeah, I did get like automatically reloaded, so I'm not sure.
It reloaded when I activated the module. Then I had to actually activate it again. Turn on the rain, I should say.
Client side issues.
I find it just if it starts raining, I think we'll probably like we didn't plan it out painstakingly, but probably every one of our characters has some sort of gear with us to weather the rain. So I think just everyone in like these hoods on, with just like on the horses hunched over. It's nice.
It's loaded for me now.
Image.
Would you actually have that? Would that impede if like a battle suddenly breaks out? Ask above board.
Like I can picture robes and the like coming like equipped with hoods and the like, but yeah. I don't know.
They're like the medieval. Oh, nice! It's raining. The medieval, like these what monks have, the upper part that goes below the shoulder and so on, were specifically for like weathering or for like weather protection. Like you had the hood and so on, like bigger cloaks. Could
if
be wrapped around.
If the rainy is heavy enough, I would say. If the rain is heavy enough, it would potentially impose issues with visibility.
It does right now. So you can see right now, because of the rain, your visibility is reduced ever so slightly right now. But this is only a light rain, nothing too heavy. Okay. All right, everyone, it is the beginning of the day. We're in the hills, the hill-type terrain. So with that being said, all of you are on horseback, getting ready to ride out. We do see the Shrek River to where Davik is, or was. We do see the large sycamore tree off to the west. Look for kobolds. That being said, who's leading the way?
I think Gilead is at the rear with Lindsay.
For a moment, I take in the rain and like I glance back at Gilly, and like the thoughts just run through my head. It's like, if Gilly is kissed, maybe this Davik spirit is still looming over all of us. I think. Raphael mumbles as they look skyward. And gonna giddy up the horse, try to take the lead. We already know where not to go, so we'll go around. Gremlins are at the tree, kobolds will be somewhere else within the plains, or the hills rather. Keep an eye out, everyone.
So I guess we're heading southwest?
Probably for the best.
Well, let's go then.
Alright. With that token. It takes you a few hours. It's actually just to take you several hours on horseback as you do make your way towards the southwest, always seeing that large sycamore tree that is off to your now really north. The rain is light, but it does bring a little bit of that chill because it's still the spring. It's still just after winter. Following or seeing the Shrike River, you see the terrain. Besides the hills are some small pockets of trees, but more importantly, as all of you are moving about, you start to see what looks like, at first, a little bit of disturbance ahead of you after traveling for a few hours, just before high noon. And you see what looks like a bit of grassy terrain on these hills. On the top of one hill, though, has been blackened. Do you see that?
I
I
don't
see
want to
it.
get my hopes up again.
Oh, there's no tree there.
Maybe there was a tree.
I'll say maybe, but I've been fooled once.
I need to bring out dice for any information checks done. All right. Seeing that, what does everyone kind of want to do?
Well, I suppose we should check it out at least.
We should probably scout it.
Gilly is fatigued and cannot do any sort of exploration activity, so she's just in the saddle keeping it together.
Well, I have no idea about any natural things, so I do have my spyglass in case anyone wants to use it.
Ooh, that makes it hard to see.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm actually speaking above board.
Wait, so it's harder to see with the rain. But can we maybe cup the hands on the glass at the front, like, so there is no drops getting on the glass?
Have it be a
Would that
two-person
work?
job to use this.
There's
spyglass.
actually some condensation
Well-
building on the lens on the inside, and you're like, it's kind of causing a little bit of a issue, but you can still see fairly well with your spyglass.
Well, I don't need your spyglass, but from what I can see, it looks like there are dead bodies there over there.
How long are they?
Let's check it out.
Do they look rotting? Let's go. Yeah.
All of you start to ride up. You ride up a hill, you pass a bit of rocks, a bit of terrain, and you see the water starting to kind of pull up in some areas, so it's starting to get some bit more of puddles as you walk in. Horses are getting a little more dirty, covered in mud. As you get to this site, you see the top of this small little hillock has been blackened by fire. The grass is gone, parts of the brush are now that blackened sticks from fire, and you see there are around 4 bodies of kobolds that have been consumed in fire and are partly buried about maybe 2 or 3 inches in the ground. So they've been here for maybe a tiny bit, a little bit. And you see there's a bit of blood around. And you see the body of what looks like a small little, kind of, a little bit smaller, different shape than a kobold. Like a small little humanoid-esque figure, kind of a bigger head. And you can tell that at one point it was probably a little blue-skinned.
I don't remember if we got any good rolls back when the gremlins... I don't know if this would be a gremlin corpse that we're looking at.
Well, let's go ahead and do a roll to see if we actually know. I'm going to do a secret roll to see if we can...
Sure, I guess.
Hey, with nature right now. Anything Fey is just blanket nature.
Right. I have a +7 in nature. So, recall knowledge there. See what this might be.
Like, I have +5 in nature, and I'd like just to know too.
I don't remember if I rolled good for like recalling what gremlins are way back when. Though.
So, on my 4 dice to roll for recall knowledge, I rolled a 16, 18, 11, and natural 20. So I'm going to assume you know what this is. These are definitely Mitflits. These are gremlins.
Midflits.
I've never heard that term before.
Can we know some information about them, like their usual behavior or something in that regard?
So, with that natural 20, Mifflets are also known as mites, and they are a self-loathing and actually pitifully cowardly, and they're easily bullied into servitude by other creatures, or even just slightly more powerful Miflet leaders will kind of use them. Now, Miflets, I should say, they do tame insects, spiders, and other small creatures to serve them as faithful allies. Gremlins, Miflets in this case, are actually evil. So this fight between the Gremlins and the Kobolds might be for territory, might be for some other means, but in general, Gremlins are very, very cruel, fey tricksters, and they're saboteurs. They like to ruin things on the material plane. So like vehicles, objects, devices. It's not been unheard of when an army might be attacking another camp or another army, and that might be around a gremlin hold or a home, that their machines, catapults, would start actually breaking upon them and having some catastrophic failures caused by gremlins.
Based on just previous roles or like information that we've tried to like recall on Gremlins, I'm amused by the fact that Orifio knows what Mifflet is, but doesn't associate them as Gremlins.
Is Orifil a very like vision-based learner? So
Maybe.
they look at them and like, oh, of course. Like I know names are not important. This I know this.
So just like just the comment of like, is that a Mifflet corpse? Like maybe one of the other party members just connected dots. It's like,
Was this a skirmish between kobolds and midflits? Are they at war?
It looks like it. I mean, it looks like they're fighting around here.
How long do you guys suppose they've been dead for?
Well, everyone, give me medicine rolls if you trained.
great. +5.
You give it to me.
Okay.
I mean, false information. They've been dead for 10 years. That's I don't see anything happening there for false information. Urfil, they've been dead for about 3 days.
Wounds look a bit old. There's a bit of condensation on. Well, I know it's raining, but the fire doesn't look fresh. There's a bit of smell. A few days, I think.
What about the fire? Where did that come from? Like, just by looking, is there any way to see what the fire was?
My first instinct would be to assume that the kobolds, but their corpses are burned. Could there be a third party? Could this have been a three-way skirmish, or the Mifflet's just been using fire against fire?
Oh, I think I just know what it was. It must have been that snake thing that.
You think it's all
like
connected?
Maybe. I hope it's not. I would rather not see it here.
There
But
is
it
a
must
river
be.
nearby.
Oh no.
There is.
You can also see Gilly looking up at the sky, like shifting looks.
Ravit, Jayful, you're both good at looking for tracks, right? Maybe we can track down the kobolds from here. I mean, the rain will make it difficult. Some of the tracks might have already faded,
It's
but
gonna make it very difficult. Jithal gets off her horse.
I'm willing to help. I know it's my idea, but I'm not the best tracker here.
We can try to track it at least.
Oh, let's take a look around. Jithal, having to kneel down, she puts her scythe next to the horse and starts to look around. What do you do, Rabbit?
I look around seeing if there are other places that are burned. Maybe look if I can see any grass that is well different than the other grass that just trampled, or maybe anything that I can see in the distance.
Do we all work together, or do we do the three of us work together, or do we roll individually?
Let's just work together. Before we do that, though, I want to see what Vanya is doing now.
I think Vanya wants to look if there are any signs in the grass that might have been created by snakes, particularly, or something similar like that.
Snakes?
We're gonna try to track a different.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's pretty set on that. It's definitely the thing that Oleg talked about.
Oh, a tattoo.
I like the idea of these three quests all
Yeah.
colliding.
All right.
Must be.
What about you, Gilly?
Gilly is generally looking around. So this is on the top of a hill?
Yes.
So Gilly will be, and it's in a clearing, or the hills are pretty clear of any.
There's some a little bit
woodland.
higher, some a little bit lower. You're kind of like in the medium of hill sizes right now in this area.
I think what Gilly will do is just be a bit vigilant, but in her current condition, she's not as perceptive as she normally would be, probably. But she just wants to seek around and maybe find anything else. Maybe have a look under the corpses and just talk with Lindsay about it. I think if there are 3 kobolds or more, but 1 mid-flit, it seems like the kobolds lost this battle. So
I don't really know. Lindsay gets off the horse, hits the ground, puddle comes up, damn it, and starts to clean off her books and everything. We start to look around. So for you, Vanya, go ahead and give me a survival roll, please. Now for between Rabbit as well as Riffiel, which one do you want to be the main roller for finding the tracks?
As I pointed out in character, Rabbit has the better modifier, but it was my idea. So
You're the main roller then.
Okay.
So we'll have Jathal looking around, look at the grass. You see her now on the ground on her knees, one knee, moving around, moving some grass about, moving a bit of the destroyed twigs from the fire with the rain kind of pouring down. So she's going to roll her survival, and it's going to be at a -2 because of the rain. And we'll give you, Rafil, a +1 on your roll. What about you, Rabbit? What are you doing?
Ow.
Well, I'm checking out if I can see any tracks or at least anything in the further in the distance. Perhaps even more blackened ground.
Okay. What skill do you want to use? Survival? Looking for tracks? At a -2, please.
Can I use my tracker's goggles in this
Yeah.
as well?
So it'll essentially be a -1. Vanya, you can go ahead and give me survival. Survival roll as well.
I have 0 survivals. That's fine. I have +0.
Are you trained in it?
I'm not trained in it.
You're looking around for any type of place where the tassel runners might have gone, and you see what seems like it could be. You bring it up. Lindsay's like, I don't think that's really it. You can't really tell where they might have gone or been, or if there even was a tassel worm or worm or a snake here in the first place. You're not really sure.
But it does make sense. There's fire in here, and Gilly said it can do fire. It must be.
George's face.
Yeah, of course. There's no way I do 2 crit fails on knowledge checks. Never.
Oh no.
It will probably be a fire snake in the
Okay.
water. Mhm.
I mean, I guess that could be true, but Rabbit, Refuel, do you see any worm trails or the signs of a room going through here?
Give me a
I
moment.
saw a dragon flying over, but not a worm.
My survival check might come out horrible, to be fair. Do I get a... Oh, is it a secret check?
Mhm.
Okay. I don't see any worm trails now. Even with like Ravit and J-Fall's help, Refuel's struggling to like find any proper tracks, and like it seems to be like one dead end after another. I'm not sure. It feels like there's signs, but each one points in a different direction. I can't tell.
Andrew, above board.
None.
So
Hmm.
that secret check was actually, so I misinterpreted what you actually mentioned.
Oh.
For the tracking of the actual tracks of the kobolds, go ahead and give me a survival roll. With
Okay,
yeah,
I
give me that.
figured it would all like come together like
Yeah, give that +2. The message I sent you was actually for the worm trails.
Okay, just the worm trails.
Yeah.
Never mind. Do I get a +1 from Ravit aiding?
You get a +2.
+2.
I count 18 as a
+2
success.
circumstance from both.
Okay, so there's a circumstance penalty of -2 and
Yes.
a circumstance.
So it's a base roll.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Watch, it's gonna be a 1. It's an 11, which is probably still applicable to the
It's
comment
2
I
ones.
made. So probably
We
don't
have-
No,
we have- We have 2 hero points, just saying.
yeah, use it. That could be a 1. It's a 2.
Better than before.
That is actually good.
So it's actually 15. But as all of you are looking, Gilly, you see there are other various areas towards the northwest that seem to have more small fields of battle. You can see a mix of what could have been kobolds as well as more gremlins, mitflits. There seems to be a stretch of a small battlefield between whatever here is and the sycamore tree. And then for you, Raphael, looking about with the help of Jathaw and Rabbit, you follow the trail, the tracks of the kobolds, or at least see where they head, I would say. And they actually do head in a southwestern direction. And, well, I'm going to ask, are you kind of moving, or are you staying there? But you can start following the tracks if you want.
I think we would like. There are some tracks we like. Gilly will share the information about. There are many different like skirmishes over to the northwest. If you look on the hills over there, but we'll probably be eager to hear what the tracking part of the party has to say.
Tracks look to go southwest. Maybe this is a no man's land of sorts for them.
do we know if these tracks are from kobolds or from midflits?
They're definitely kobold tracks.
So maybe if we follow the kobold tracks, then we find the kobolds.
Seems like our best bet.
What if? Let's just assume there's no snake. So, what if the gremlin's bodies aren't there because the kobolds took them?
There's
You
one,
think
right?
the kobolds are the aggressors here?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get prisoners in case the gremlin. It could be both. It could be
Right.
either or.
Could I do a recall knowledge society for kobolds? Weird one.
What
Wait,
are
actually,
they?
can I do one too?
So, what you discern is that kobolds, they're a bit unique in a fashion. The typical kobold is evil, but they have a bit of a lawful society in that case. Usually encountered outside in well-defended warrens or lairs. Now, they're very, very diligent, hardworking creatures, and it's been relatively lately where some kobold societies, some kobold clans or warrens have realized that they're gaining no really progress in the world, and their numbers are just dying constantly. And so, like goblins, some have decided to try to be a little more than what they've are customly seen as, and have actually approached some settlements, sometimes with very bad consequences. But there's been word about that there have been kobolds that have actually integrated with society in some cities, in some locations. Not many, but there's starting to be a few that are seeing kind of their way of life is not progressive to them at all, and have tried to actually adapt the lifestyle and the morality of the ones that have been killing them for just centuries.
There is potential that the kobolds are not of well intent. It depends on how much they've adapted to our societies. I can't be sure what the cause for the skirmish is.
It's interesting also that they left their dead here. It seems that they were in a hurry. I don't know if you want to talk to them.
The tracks that we're following, do they lead here or do they lead away from here?
If they led here,
They may not know of these tracks aren't. There's no tracks leading away from here.
Do they bury their dead? Because it might be it might be so hard to speak to them because we do not speak their language. But if we are to maybe lead them here and say what happened and the moon reddish soup, we could start a dialogue with them. And Julie looks at the midflit corpse, right? There's one burnt midflit corpse. I'm not quite so sure about these, if we can talk to them, but if we can talk to the kobolds, we should try to.
I don't think we can talk to the Mifflets, no. But the kobolds, we probably have a better chance at.
Let's.
If we can communicate, you bring up a good point regarding the language barrier. But
some of the best communication can happen through different sorts. Like, we don't need to talk to them if we give them moonradish soup or.
Let's follow the tracks.
Yeah, Vanya, you wanted to say something?
Yes. I think it might be morbid, but perhaps you could try bringing one of the gremlin that is lying there as a peace offering as well. It is pretty morbid. I'm not sure if I like the idea myself, but
But if we want to seem as the enemy of their enemy, I think it's a really good idea to give them 2 gifts. The gift of moon radishes and the gift of their dead enemy. But after that we talk with them, or we gesture wildly.
Let's try talking.
Should we take it? I think we should take it. I'll take it.
Urfil brings out their sickle. We can take just ahead if you want.
Good idea.
Tied up.
I'll take it. Lindsay, it's a good idea, right? And Lindsay will be riding with this stinking head.
Oh, I wouldn't mind if Lindsay has a problem. I can carry it to her.
You seem... Okay.
I don't want Lindsay to be uncomfortable.
I'll be okay.
Thank God.
Let's... A refill?
Yep, Urfil will use the sickle to help remove the Mifflet's head so that easier for transport.
Is the head burned?
No.
Okay. Oh, the kobolds are burned though.
Yes.
Mm. And just Urfil just tries to keep it tidy and tied up nicely. I don't mind carrying it myself.
Okay.
You probably shouldn't have it near you. If you have caught a disease of some sort, toxins from any corpse could be negative to be around. So I'll keep it.
Okay. Thank you. So we are riding out?
I think we'll ride out. Yeah.
All
Follow
right.
the tracks.
You start to follow the tracks, and after about an hour, having to sometimes slow down, get off the horse, and inspect the tracks, especially because the rain is still constantly going, more puddles start to build up in this hilly terrain. But you're able to follow the tracks, and not just the set tracks you've been following from the hill, but other tracks of kobolds that are going in one direction. And after that hour of travel, you see what looks like a large outcropping of boulders that emerge from the weather face of a nearby hillock. And there's a narrow opening in the rock face that leads into the darkness below. There's a fallen sign that leans against the side of the cave entrance, and a cage made of branches and sticks that sits on the other side. The sign itself does say the Oaktop Silver Mine. I'll put it in chat.
Oh.
This is probably the place. They've settled into a silver mine?
Everyone, I have an idea, and I don't know if it's a good one, but if we go to them and we surprise them, maybe we should declare our presence. First, just shout that we are here and be unarmed, at least approaching the cave. What does everyone think?
Unarmed as we put our weapons away?
No, look, not in our hands. Well, yeah. I don't think it's a good idea to but maybe the first people bearing gifts should just be holding the gifts and nothing else.
That sounds like a plan. Probably not having any weapons on us would be best.
In our hands or on us at all?
I don't know how they'll react, how they'll perceive us. As far as weapons are concerned, the most threatening thing I have is this sickle. So if one of you want to hold on to it, I don't use it much myself, but I'll approach bearing the 2 gifts. I think I look non-threatening enough, right?
Well,
That is a question posed to the group. Urfiel looks non-threatening, right?
Gilly is putting her grease arm away, which is like 3 times bigger than herself. Or like, I don't think I'll be taking this, and maybe.
So are you leaving the weapons outside or just storing them away?
Oh, that's.
I'm
hard to
leaving my
say.
sickle outside.
I think
Definitely with the horse, yeah.
I would like to say, I think they shouldn't be looking down upon us if we stow them away. These parts are dangerous. I hope they understand.
It would be foolish to just. Well, you know what? I think if they see us being foolish, they will probably not attack on sight.
We can walk
Maybe
in
they
there
might-
without our weapons revealed like Vanya here. But leaving the weapons out here is foolhardy.
Wouldn't it be better for Gilly to take her machete or maybe a long sword instead of her disarm, since
Yes.
we're walking into a mine?
I'll have it. I have all of it stashed, and I'll be walking in there with my arms up. But still,
was that J4 speaking, like telling us they would be foolhardy? Just in response, I look to her and I'm like, "You mean if anyone has followed us and potentially takes our weapons, and either follows us in, and
We don't know what we're walking into. There are dead kobolds on that hill. What if we walk in here and there are bandits? What if there's a dragon in here without our weapons? We don't have to have them in our hands when we walk in there, but leaving our weapons out here, I will not do.
that's understandable."
I agree with Jafel. I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't use my sickle much to begin with, but
Yeah, Draco has a ring loop for her sickle. She just has it just hanging from her back.
J-Falls is like a full-on scythe.
Oh yeah,
Like Orifio has like a hand sickle.
yeah.
It's like not terribly big.
let's also be careful with our horses. Let's
Should
make
one of
sure.
us stand guard outside?
I can stand outside if you want me to. If I hear shouting, I'll come running.
Okay.
And if anything happens, shout for us. Let's try to be very careful with this. Or if you'll
I'll take
Please
the
be-
lead.
no, please, I'll go first.
Are you sure?
Yes,
You're not in the best of conditions?
that's fine. It's much. If anything happens, this steel is much more protection than your cloth. Let me just lead. It is
Oh.
fine.
Okay, I'll be right behind you then. I don't know if they speak Teldan, but it's worth a shot.
Oh my god.
The
I
horse is spawning in.
The horse gang is here.
Hey, because they get attacked, we know the contract we have.
Yeah, I'm sorry for mentioning it. That something happened.
Please take care of my horse. I wasn't able to name her yet. Wouldn't want her to die without a name.
Does anyone have anything to help carry our voice out? Maybe we can announce our presence. I don't know. J4 brings up a good point. If this is just a bandit cave, then that might not be wise. There's a lot of...
Are there any signs of a kerfuffle around here?
No.
Paul,
Yes.
can I cast Detect Magic just in case?
Okay. So as we're about to go into this place, we're actually going to go into our exploration actions. So, with that being said, we're going to an unknown place that could be potentially dangerous. Weapons are going to be stowed for this situation right here, but we can still be doing other means of looking for battle, looking for danger. In this case, for you, Vanya, you want to be casting Detect Magic? Okay.
Yes.
To match what I stated, I am leaving my sickle behind, so I'm going to be putting that into the party donkey in case anything happens.
Okay. What will you be doing, Gilly? Now, obviously, we're probably won't be defending because it looks like you're going to be hostile. So in this case, we could have looking for or covering tracks if you're going to want to cover that. We could be looking for essentially information about this area, about the kobolds or anything around here. Looking for traps, or in this case, maybe trying to stay stealthy. But I don't know if you want stealthy trying to find kobolds.
I can tell you what I think Gilly is trying to do, but also I'll tell you Gilly is trying to just look out, be aware, but try to be diplomatic and go in with raised hands.
So we'll scout.
But Gilly is fatigued, so anything she tries, she cannot do. I cannot
can't,
do
yeah,
exploration
never mind, you
actions.
can't. Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah. All right, Raphael, what about you?
Keeping an eye out for any ambushes, I guess. I assume they've defended this place well enough. There is a bounty for them, so I assume they are expecting hostiles. So I want to keep my eye out for any ambushes.
All right.
So, do we have light?
Rabbit, wait a second. Rabbit, what about you?
Yep.
I could probably just go ahead a little bit before the party to stealth around the place, maybe see if I can see any hidden enemies or whatsoever.
Okay. All right. Well, if you want to do your stuff, go ahead and do your stuff. But yeah, speaking of, do we have a light source? Because that cave is dark.
I
If
have
we-
I have 5 torches.
Yeah, we have torches, and I have produced flame. We can make up a light source.
No fiddling about with flint and steel. Just like, oh, here you go.
All right.
I'm gonna have both my hands occupied.
Gilly will take the torch.
So what's in your hands, Raphael? You have the head of the Mifflet. What else?
It's gonna be the moon radish
Gotcha.
stew that is frozen, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Which-
we should.
I can cook it.
Deliveries here. Get your moon radish stew, everyone.
I can cook it and I can get it fresh. Actually, do I cook it prior to entering or after?
Like, I think
not.
that's not the problem currently. If they accept the moon radish soup, they will accept us warming it up probably, or they will do it themselves.
But I think having a
Fragrance.
frozen soup makes it easier to walk with it. Don't want
It
it
would.
to spill.
Probably, yeah.
On
I'm
uneven
picturing a group
ground.
of adventurers with a bowl of soup walking around in a dungeon.
And like, you know, wafting all of the good smells into the cave, and the kobolds come flying out.
It might help to, like, on one hand, it will alert them of our presence. On the other hand, it might immediately give away that, like, we're a potentially friendly presence.
So,
But the gremlin.
what do you
had
do,
mine.
Raphael?
What should I do?
Because you
I
can
can cook
potentially
it
drop
fire.
it if something happens.
But if I drop it and it's not frozen, then
Yeah,
that's it.
that's what I mean. You could potentially drop it going into an unknown cave with soup
I
in a
think
bowl.
I'm gonna keep it frozen
Okay.
so that it's easier to carry.
Playing defensively, I see.
Mhm.
That's good.
So Rabbit
Okay.
will
I
stealth
think
over.
I think we have a plan.
Yeah. After discussing, Gilly will probably show Rabbit, be careful in there, and we'll be right behind you. In a safe distance, but like if anything happens, come back to us.
So like Rabbit is remaining stealthy, like Gilly is like got a torch and like hand up, and then
Yeah.
Raphael right behind Gilly like got like 2 presents on display.
All right, well, start exploring.
Can I be stealthy too with detect magic on, or is...
You can essentially be focused on one more than the other. If you need to go stealthy for a situation, then you can. But in general, it's just kind of what your default, what you're kind of doing for the most.
Yep.
What you're kind of really
Magic
focused
is-
on.
Trait.
I think, just to be sure, it's good to have detect magic on.
I think we all have a set thing that we're doing, it seems, and a pecking order.
Yeah. I feel like I'm at the Olympics. Just, what are you doing, torchbearer?
Essentially, I feel so bad.
Like, but Rabbit will continue in, and I don't think it's a good idea to like light the way like right after Rabbit and give him like a minus, I don't know, something or the other on stealth. So
Well, I can already see 2 kobolds by the looks of it.
I'm waiting on Gilly. As soon as Gilly takes the first step, the refuel will follow.
okay, so Rabbit looks around the corner or something at the entrance, and with dark vision looks in there and sees 2 kobolds. Does Rabbit tell us this?
Yeah, I look around the corner and tell the party I see 2 kobolds to the right of me.
Okay.
Look again,
We'll-
they're not 2 kobolds. Zoom in.
I can't see for sure, but I see 2 small things at least.
Do they see you?
Oh,
I'm not sure if they see me, but I'm not sure if they are kobolds or goblins or something else that might be small.
I look down at the Metfoot, head
But I
down.
do
holding-
see weapons at least.
So the midfoot head that Raphael's holding does look like the one that's inside that room as well.
Yay!
So, what do we do with this new information?
Does Rabbit tell us that it looks like the same creature? Rabbit is the only one that can see right now. I don't know if Rabbit can make them out properly.
Do you have the hat in a bag and does it cover it, or can I see the hat and just look at the hat and
No, I think it would be. I think it would be
connect
visible.
the dots?
At most, like it's like the point at which it was cut is like covered up to like covered and tied to like keep it from like just spilling blood or whatever methods have. But no, it's visible because we know that the kobolds are infighting with the methods. So yes, visible.
Well, in that case, I look to the party while I'm saying like I see 2 little creatures around the corner, and I just look at the hat, look back in the cave, look back at the hat, and I'm just connecting the dots mentally like
oh no.
I don't think they are kobolds.
Stowing these away then.
Rev, you got my message, right? Make sure you read them.
Oh yeah, I see the messages. One of them looks definitely like a mivlet, but I see bars and It looks like they're holding a kobold prisoner or something.
This might be our time to shine.
This is the opposite of the idea that you suggested. I look at Vanya. The exact opposite.
I have an
Yes,
idea.
but the opportunities, they changed.
Okay, make a good point.
I have an idea. Let's roll that Midflit head into the cave.
Wait, it's actually the Midflit is a prisoner. By the looks of it. Now I compare
Okay.
the heads even better.
You need glasses?
It is dark.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, so
I
You know
think
what? I like
either
Gilly's
way,
idea, though.
either
but-
way, we should go in with the head.
Stow, not stow.
let's go in there.
Okay.
Carefully. Rabbit. How far are they? Are they like? It is all a
Hundreds.
whisper. How far are they?
About 15 feet away.
So okay.
Is this
Then
a narrow
let's-
passage?
It doesn't look so narrow, right?
I
Oh,
mean,
you're not there yet.
from my angle, it looks like it could be just a tunnel, but
Let's go in. Let's go in and let's say hello. All right.
is Gilly taking the lead?
Gilly is taking the lead, but like at the moment the kobold sees her, she will throw up her arms and let the kobold see Orifiel
Or
with,
one arm because you're holding a torch.
like oh,
Accidentally firing your head.
oh
your
no, my hair. And let the kobold look at the and like we come in oh
Okay.
god, should we like
I-
have a flag? Sorry, this is a bit chaotic, but like a flag on a stick.
This is like too much. Like I'm just asking: is Gilly going in first or Rabbit?
Yes.
Start moving.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, let's go. I'm going in first then, I guess.
Okay. Answers my question.
Are you still staying in stealth?
Uh,
Are you sneaking around, or are you gonna?
well, since we're
Wow.
going in with our hands up, or at least anything regarding, well, peaceful, I'm just going out of stealth and walk in.
Okay.
Rabbit pulls out a white handkerchief.
As you walk in, you see a kobold, which is just kind of there, just watching the ceiling, then sees you, Rabbit. Sees kind of the rest of you walking forward, and goes, ah! And it gets up really quickly, grabs the spear. But then you see something a little different on its face. It goes, oh, wait! I want to talk.
We want to talk too.
You speak, hold on.
Oh, really?
Or
Well, here in
not here
peace.
to fight.
Or if you like calls out from outside the cave, we're here in peace.
Like Gilly goes to the side and shows Orifiel, basically.
Yeah, Rabbit is at the front. Is the thing.
I just
Like-
move out of the way so people can move in.
We bring gifts.
You see and hear the Mitflit in the back go, ah! And starts beating on the cage. Now, here's what you
Oh.
actually see. I'm going to show
So
you
it feels
imagery
like-
of both.
Shaking.
So,
Orifio's not accustomed to being like this up front and forward, so they're like shaking and like presenting the Miffler head and the soup in the other hand. It's like, we come in peace.
so that's what the Kobold looks like. We'll get to that in a second. And here's what the Mitflit looks like in the cage.
Now that is one ugly bugger.
Like midflits are so I read
Oh my
them once.
God.
They are disgusting. And I will not
They're like-
say why.
They're like goblins, but with wackier proportions, a round nose, the bat ears, and blue. Oh my god.
So basically just more ugly goblins.
You would not think it possible.
Right?
But I think
Then
one
again-
part is cute. Their heads are a bit bigger.
Like
Than
proportion wise.
Yeah,
like,
it is bigger. which
Yeah.
makes
Not
it
for
automatically a bit cuter.
Not to throw shade, but have you looked at Forgotten Realms goblins? I prefer the Pathfinder goblin.
Same.
Oh right, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, and Baldur's Gate, right? The goblins like.
Oh, I
Well,
love them.
So, real quickly, the kobold you see right now actually isn't red. They're actually black scaled.
Ah! Ooh. Interesting.
Black scale goblin
This
kobold
is
speaking Taldan.
this is one thing that I just realized. This is great. The metagame knowledge completely fails me because I'm more used to Forgotten Realms, so I have no memory of what that means.
All right. So before we actually go further and deal with this, let's actually do our 10-minute break as normal. Let's do it now.
Okay.
Even
Break
at the 10
time!
minutes, you keep us on our toes. Between weeks and between.
Paul.
Arifio is like more accustomed to like the deception route, so like being this upfront about diplomacy is like.
Oh my god, I found that so cute. That was so nice.
Would you want to say, Vanya? Or I should say, Olivia?
I wanted to ask if you want to, maybe for the next session, I can edit those kobolds black. Like, it's really
Sure.
fast for me. I can do that.
I mean, it's not a difficult Photoshop job, is it?
Yes.
I think I have an idea how to do it.
Yeah, it's. I have no idea how to say it in English though, even though I have my Photoshop in English, but I still use
If you
German
can make my
phrases for
job
it.
easier, Olivia, by all means. By all means.
Sure, I would love to. I really love editing things.
Okay, I'll send you the picture. Here, let me actually go ahead and...
Recoloring is like the one thing in Photoshop that I've like gone at so many times in the past that like even my partner is my partner who's more artistically inclined is somehow sometimes impressed by like how many recoloring the offerings. Either that, or I'm going to be the one aiding.
How much diplomacy do you got? How much diplomacy do you have?
My modifier. I am untrained, so it's a +1. Just my charisma.
I'm also untrained and I have 0. But yeah, it's not a competition.
This competition downwards.
Oh no. So the only
I wanna bump
charisma
up,
I trained was deception.
But same. I want to bump up Erefiel's charisma as we move along. But that is mostly because of deception anyway.
Same. I really like the not the Ancestry Paragon. Ancestry Paragon is cool too, but like the additional archetype stuff. It's so good. It's so much fun. It's just the builds are so much more complex. I really like it.
Yeah, they feel very different to each other, especially like no class is the same with different archetypes. I really like it.
No character is the same, I find.
Yeah.
Ages back, when I first looked into the Pathfinder 2e, I helped 2 of my friends have a look through it with me and see how they liked the character creation and the like. And they both made rogues with the same racket as well. And I remember one of my friends being like upset, oh no, he's gonna be like the same as me, because like that's how it was in say 5th edition. If you pick like the same class and subclass, you're practically the same character. But because of their differing racial choices, it made the world of a difference in background as well. Oh my god.
Yep. All right, back to the game.
Mm-hmm.
So this kobold that is now seeing you, Raphael, holding the head of a mitflit as well as the soup that's frozen right now. Stupid mitflits! Stupid! They stole our sacred statue. Come, you can help us. We need to get statue back. Talk to Chief. Come, talk to Chief. And it merely starts to move. You notice that when it gets here, it walks along the wall. Don't go floor. Don't go floor. And walks along the wall.
How do I? Huh?
Gilly will walk along the wall, like hugging the wall, scraping with the armor against bare stone.
You just hear as the mitflit is banging against the cage.
Raphael is walking sidestepping with their back to the wall.
The kobold
does the same.
When the kobold walks to the next room, you see an alcove, and there are some actual debris that's in the room, and you see the 2 kobolds there that are watching as all of you come up. They immediately go and they grab the weapons like they're about to attack, but then the kobold here goes, no, they help. Come, we talk to Chief. And then the kobold goes, talk to Chief, because statue. They get statue maybe. And yeah, they all start walking.
Did they speak to each other in Taldan?
They probably do it for our benefit.
Yeah.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It just threw me off as well.
They do know common.
Oh, where's Rapid going?
I'm being dragged by Paul by I guess.
Oh, sorry, I
Oh.
read the wrong one. My apologies.
Rabbit is just running off. He's done with this.
God, we're going deep, huh?
Come, come, come.
Rabbit
As we
is still the
go
one being dragged.
deeper in this place,
No?
you get the bit
Oh,
of the
yeah.
smell of the reptilian, draconic, I will say, kobolds here. You see a bit of littering of a bit of their items, a bit of the scales of the kobolds. There's some weapons that are on the ground. You pass what looks like a temple in the other room as you follow the kobold, but there is a bit of illumination now with some of the torches on the walls are actually lit. The stones here are about anywhere from 5 to about 7 feet in height, and as the kobold does move forward into a much larger cavern, where there's a large, essentially stalactite pillar that goes from ceiling to ground, you see many other kobolds. You see essentially there are 6 of them that are around another kobold. Yeah. Chief! 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 Tall! Humans! And immediately the chieftain rises up and looks alarmed before it looks at the other kobold, then it looks at all of you. Here's what the chief looks like. You can click on the picture to make it a little bit bigger.
Oh, he's wearing. It's a cubone.
Oh no! Where's your mother?
The chief, all the kobolds look kind of worried around him, but the chief stands firm, kind of walks forward with the giant. Has 2 weapons. He's got a bone club, and then another looks like a spear made up of bone as well. Got that giant headpiece. Walks forward. You here not to attack? Why are you here with Mitflit head? Mitflit enemy to kobolds. To suit scale kobolds.
Mifflet enemy to us.
We
This-
have gifts.
Show that Mifflet enemy. This gift. Food.
Radish.
Food. Radish.
Moon.
Kobold suit skill love these. Couple scouts never returned from trying to get some ago. Used to humans attacking us. You not attack us. Is there something you want? We stay
If-
away for humans.
If we give you help, you give us help?
We needs helps. Ours sacred statues taken by Mitflits. We need statues comes back.
They've taken things from us too. So we need to. There are enemies also.
You have lost many kobolds to Mitflits, right?
Yes, Mitflits main enemies of kobolds besides trappers are the humans from north.
We can help if you help. Make peace? Make peace with humans?
Yes. Can make peace if you help us get back statues.
Good, good. Eat radish soup. Gift.
I like put down the moon radish stew and like I unwrap it and I start casting prestidigitation to like cook it. It feels like very like on the spot.
The food, the stew, gets cooked. After it's done, do you present it? Do you leave it on the ground? Do you cook it in your hand? How do you do this?
I want to add before anything, we should probably take a bite out of it. And this is something we should have discussed before, that we are not poisoning them. So like, look, it's good.
I want to see how they react if I try to present it to them. So yeah, I'll like hold the bowl up and I'll like kneeling on one knee. I don't want to approach them or like spook them too much, but sort of like present it toward them. For you.
Takes it, sniffs it a little bit, then takes a quick bite of one of the radishes. And then it just takes the entire thing. The kobold's like, shit, and they start cursing in Draconic, and the chief yells in Draconic back. They all calm down. Please, you are only hopes. Get back sacred statues. We needs. Please, can you get us? We helps. We helps you, you help us. You help us, we help yous.
How does the statue look like? So we know what to look out for.
It's smalls.
How big?
Okay.
Made gold. Not gold, metals, smalls.
Is Kobold statue?
Yes.
Does it have a head? Is it a figure?
It's statues.
Does it look like
Strong
something?
old
It's
Kobold
statues
statue.
of old Sharptooth. Old kobolds. Looks like kobolds. You must go. You can't stay here now. Bad times. Please go.
We'll go. We'll help.
You see, he kind of looks over his shoulder down this hallway. Goes now. Find statues.
Is something wrong?
Give me a diplomacy roll.
Yes. Well.
Can I aid?
In
I
this
want to-
case,
Oh, okay.
Go!
Oh, yes.
Never mind.
get statues, and then I tells yous. But you must go now. Go, hurries. And goes to
Okay.
literally kind of like not angrily, but kind of like tries to push you all out of the cave. Please
Yeah,
get
just
statues.
usher
We
me
need
out.
statues.
We get ushered out.
We have
Wait.
curse.
Weren't we supposed to go south?
No. Suit Scales has curse. Must get rid of curse. We need statues for curse.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
And when
I
going
can't
back,
see, wait.
so
Gilly's on the light!
Where?
Gilly's running away.
Vanya tries to stand next to the wall until someone comes back.
The other kobold does escort you out.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, little.
And on the way out, Gilly will start hugging the wall at the spot where
Oh.
there was a trap or something.
Kobolds soon fall under. Suit Scales fall under curse. Need statue back, please. You help us, we help yous.
Oh.
Okay. Just pass by the gremlin on our way out. Okay, going over to my inventory and deleting the moonradish soup.
we'll give the happy news to Lindsay and Jathel.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't hear any fighting. What went on?
They can speak Caldanese, and we were able to talk with them, and Orifiel did a great job.
I didn't do anything. I just warmed up some soup. They've had a statue stolen by the Mifflets, and that's now going to kiss them because they don't have the statue anymore.
They were very nervous.
Mm.
Very nervous. I think we should get a move on.
They've
So
agreed
we're
to...
working for kobolds now.
I mean, technically, we needed to get to the Mifflets anyway, right? As they probably have Svetlana's ring. And this is killing two birds with one stone.
How
We
do
may
we
have
know
broken-
they won't attack us in the back as we leave? We need to
Well,
be
we can-
If
careful.
they would,
We get to
if
the
they
trade.
would attack us, they already had the chance to.
Well,
They were physically ushering us out.
but they do want the statue, and it could be that once we give them the statue, they will attack us. But
They
maybe we can fix that by doing the trade at the entrance of the cave.
I understand the distrust. I feel it too, but they helped us to avoid what I assume is their own traps, and then proceeded to physically push us out. If they wanted to stab us in the back, they had an ample opportunity to.
Okay. I guess we're attacking Misfits. She gets horses ready. Getting there would definitely take some time, most likely in the morning.
Right, because it's on the next text over, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
No, let's try to make camp, but further away from the mine.
Yeah.
Just, I know Jason might be a bit too suspicious, for Gilly's taste at least, but like Gilly is like, no, we should not stay here. This is not good territory for us to
I will
camp at.
trust your instincts. If you say they won't attack, then I'll trust what you say.
They want to make peace, even. At least, I don't know if they know the word really, but they seem to be eager to say yes.
I'm not sure if we can count on them in the future. They've kind of, it feels like they've kind of grouped all humans and humanoids, all of us
shape.
bigger folk, all of us non-reptilian folk.
Bigger folk? What do you mean?
That's why I corrected myself.
Okay.
I think they've kind of grouped most, like they recognize the Mifflets as their own individual entity, but I think they've grouped all of us in under one bracket. I don't know if we can count on them for help against any help against the bandits. It's entirely potential that if the bandits attack them, then they'll see reason to strike back at anyone they see.
They talked about trappers, though.
True. From the north, specifically.
Yeah.
Which,
Anya?
like, Raphael, like, quietens their voice. assuming we're having this conversation from the cave, maybe like they may have been on about us. To be fair,
They were
Unknowingly.
talking about a party that never came back from getting moon radishes.
Yes, they were.
I just wonder, why were they able to speak Taldanese? I think, especially all of them were able to. That is, it feels rare to me. Where did they learn that from?
They knew a few basic words in Taiwanese, and the ones in the deeper part of the cave, I don't know how much they spoke. We only heard the words "share" from the ones deeper in. Maybe it's the chief and maybe some of the scouts. I don't know.
But I feel like if they're willing to learn at least a bit of little words or few words, I think if they're willing to learn, they might be willing to, or were willing in the past to, for communication.
It's
outside
possible.
of there.
It would help us if we can make, well, have peace between us humans and the kobolds, and perhaps even start a settlement with them in it.
Right. They don't live in the same type of civilized society that we do, but they don't behave like a common bandit.
They like mines, huh?
Not. I don't mean to be insulting toward here, but I imagine Amiri comes from similar background to these little guys.
I don't think you should mention that when
Right.
she's near.
I do not want to say that in front of you.
I
Yeah.
will try to forget you said that. Just
Thank
in
you.
case I say that accidentally to her.
Anyway, Triflets.
Let's go find some sort of campsite to
yes.
the north.
We'll camp nearby, a reasonable distance away, and then come morning, we'll head out.
Do we want to fast track the camping to get to the sycamore tree, or do we want to do the whole camping thing? What do y'all think?
I really want to fast track it because I'm hyped about the sycamore tree, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even though I like the camping.
All I want to know is, does Gilly get a new save?
We'll find out whenever we sleep. But I want to know is, do we want to do the camping, or do we want to go just do the typical thing of sleeping and then go and move towards the tree? So we can kind of get that
I think
in the
we're
session.
going to fast track it.
Okay. So
Everyone
that's a
fine?
majority vote. We'll do that. So as you find a campsite, as you bed down, maybe because in between essentially two forces that fight each other, you do keep kind of a relatively low profile this time. Maybe have a very, very small campfire, if at all, a campfire. You do your watches and just keep a lookout in case any Mitflix or kobolds do come across you, or any other type of enemies. During the midnight, Gilly, give me a saving throw.
Yes. Fortitude,
Um,
we'll say.
we'll saving throw. Yeah.
This is where we find out, does Gilly get the +2 bonus? Or is
Yeah,
it?
so
No.
should I make it a blind GM roll or just a
No, because you'll know automatically if you fail or pass.
So what exactly? Like public?
A will saving throw.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
I still have halfling luck for the day, so if I will halfling luck that.
Okay.
Oh god.
Still have 2 hero points.
There is only one misfortune effect I can use on each roll.
Oh yeah, right.
In the middle of the night, one more time, you hear Gilly screaming. Wakes up all of you.
Oh, and you can hear her breathing like differently. I'm so glad I can breathe. What? Oh God. Oh God. You can see her putting her head between her hands and just like shaking it off. I'm sorry. I'll make a tea.
How about a midnight snack as well?
I like that idea. Maybe a midnight drink too.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think the anti-plague helped as much as I hoped it would. We
Gilly,
need
was
medical
it
aid.
the same nightmare?
It was similar, but I got further dragged into the water, and there were a lot of dead people around me, like the kind without any like skeletons, and they were cackling at me, and I don't think I want to sleep today. That's fine. I'll just drink a lot of tea.
You even look a lot worse this time. More bags on your eyes, your face, just everything about you looks more disheveled, more unkempt.
We need more magical aid for Gilly. I don't know any way to help. I don't
Can
know
I?
if maybe Harem would be able to, as much as I don't want to rely on him with all the death preaching. Maybe he would.
Can I? I would like to use detect magic again to see if it's like last time that some magic was starting to fade.
When did you detect magic? After Gilly wakes up
Um,
from.
Probably when she starts screaming. I think
Okay.
as a reflex, if that's fine.
You detect magic, and you get the fading aura of magic in the area. That's not one of your own. Same as last time.
Um, is maybe someone here? Because okay, I try to go to I want to go to Orifio because I feel like they might know about magic too. So I share that information with Orifio and ask, what do you think about this?
It could be I don't know. It could be a haunting of some sort. It could be Davik's spirit. It seems too connected, but Gilly's the only one experiencing it. I was sincerely hoping that that would not be the case. I'm not sure how to. I'm more accustomed to the primal, the natural world, the connections to the first world, but this, I don't know. Spirit-based magics or the occult isn't in my purview.
Well, my magic is usually for hurting, so I feel helpless. I wish to help
I
her.
You've gotten further than I have.
You can hear hard bread crunching in the background while Gilly eats.
Maybe we should surround her with something that repels spirits. Um,
Do we have anything of the sort?
Wait, let me think. Let me think for a second. Paul, can I do an occultism check to think about what could help with repelling spirits?
It trained in occultism?
Yes, it's +7.
Oh no! Oh wow!
There could be some remedies, some herbs that might ease Gilly's mind against these nightmares, but they tend to make the individual during the daytime not really coherent. So it might make them worse in other avenues, but it might
Oh no.
help them stay away from the nightmares itself.
Okay. She's
I-
already fatigued.
I mean, I can help with that by preparing antidotes.
Vanya,
Sure.
you said there's fading magic, correct?
Yeah.
Gilly,
Yes.
you had 2 nightmares now of drowning in a river. We know what this
Yes.
is.
It's Davik, right?
He's probably affecting you because of what we did.
Oh god.
And we know how to fix it too.
But
You
that's
won't-
not exactly an easy solution. The Stag Lord isn't. You said it yourself. He's very potentially beyond us right now.
And why isn't he haunting the Stag Lord instead?
Because
I don't know.
we are the
Maybe
ones
he
that-
is, we don't know.
If he made any sort of sense, he would not have stayed on this world and just moved on. But we
For
can
all we
just
know-
continue.
For all we know, he might be. They did overhear that the Bandit Lord is drinking himself to a drunken stupor every night. Maybe he is affected by these nightmares.
Oh.
Oh.
And Gilly looks at the one of the bottles of alcohol she has bought with the party's money and told no one about. And she's like, whoa.
Gilly, alcoholism isn't medicine.
It's right, it's a religion.
I don't know, it works for me.
I see that 0%. What did you want to say, Orifia?
No, I was. Yes, for Gilly, it's a part of religion, and to be fair, although toxic in its own nature, that what I do with the herbology isn't too different from alcohol itself. Just much less noticeable.
When
think-
we found that supply of alcohol, there were some herbs and such in it, right?
Yeah, herbal liquor. Smelled really good.
It was herbal liquor, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of herbs were in it? Maybe maybe
Right.
they help.
I never examined it. I should have.
We could try the herbs that I spoke of just now. The ones to repel spirits.
Next night, I will drink something and I'll take the herbs. But until then, you everyone just sleep. I think I'll be watch for the rest of the night.
If these herbs are poisonous, I'll prepare some antidotes in advance.
Okay.
Rest of the night goes on till sunrise.
Poor Gilly.
Like Gilly wakes everyone up. Let's go. Bags under her eyes, like going past her nose. No, not like that, but like bags under
Yeah, I mean,
her
she
eyes.
definitely looks a mess right now.
Am I fatigued or is there something else?
Fatigued?
Okay. Not trained. That's good.
No. Not yet.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
A clear goal, what to do. You get on your horses. You prepare your mind for the upcoming potential fight. You go towards this 100-foot tall sycamore tree that's half dead. As you get closer and closer, you see that there are massive roots from this tree that are going into the ground. Eventually, after a couple hours, you make your way up towards the tree. You see every now and then the signs of battle between kobolds, mitflits. As you move close, though, you see no signs of mitflits or kobolds. You're able to get up to the tree itself. There,
Wait, do we stand in front of the tree right now?
looking around, you see that there's actually a entrance that's partly hidden behind several large shafts of roots that does go to a shaft that does drop down. And this seems to be the only entrance and potential exit into where the misfits probably live. You see, on the outside, some small discarded remnants of kobold gear. You see a kobold skull, half buried in the dirt, and a bunch of marbles laying in the dirt as well.
One way in, one way out.
All right, let's be clever about this. How do we proceed here?
Is the kobold skull and the marbles like next to the entrance, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that's to ward off the kobolds? Or if your gestures to the skull?
I'm curious a bit. Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
Either
Sure.
that or this was a place that's important to the kobolds. One or the other, I suppose.
Well, there is only one way to find out.
Mm-hmm.
As you look, Rabbit, there's no easy way for Nova to get in and out of this place. What do you do? You see this shaft that goes down? It drops about 10 feet and it's vertical.
Ooh.
I guess I have to leave Nova behind for this fight.
And we probably need someone to watch over the horses too.
Which one do you want to stay behind? Or do you want both to stay behind?
Well, we don't know what might happen here, so I think Jatel and Lindsay both should stay behind.
Lindsay is the only one that can heal J-Fall at a moment's notice.
Yeah. I'd really like to have Lindsay in the darkness of the caves, I feel, but I think it's important that we have a way to get out and someone for us to have a rope to climb up again, right?
I'll have a rope ready. And again, if there's any trouble, just yell, and we'll both be running.
Yep. If you hear the screams of pain, you know what to do.
We'll watch the horses. Take care of yourselves.
Does Nova like to be pet?
Rabbit?
She does, but I don't think she likes you.
Gilly will probably try a lot, but like maybe it's the smell of Lorast.
Well, currently Nova has only interacted with me, so
Yeah. So she's very like Nova's very shy or something like that.
So let's see real quickly
Most
which
likely.
one, if Nova has adapted to either Jathal or to Lindsay. Let's find out. Let's go ahead and do Lindsay. Let's do this too, Rabbit. Go ahead and roll. Actually, no, we'll do the will save against What's the will save of Nova, Robin?
Oh, I accidentally moved character. The modifier is +5 for Nova.
So 15. So Nova likes Lindsay. I'm gonna go ahead and give Jathal a -4 because of her being undead.
Yeah, that
the
makes
smell
sense.
is wrong.
Unnatural.
So
Wow.
yeah, so does not like Jathal, but is very, very comfortable with Lindsay. So Lindsay immediately starts to pet the head of Nova.
Lindsay's not only a people person.
Evidently.
You okay with that, Robin? That development?
Yeah, definitely.
I nudge Gilly. Maybe. I don't mean to be rude, but maybe that's a little halfling touch.
We do like dogs. They're great mounts.
Well, I meant the being good with animals. You're good with the rest.
Maybe.
Well, let's see.
I
So
thought it was
far,
terrible
which
with
ones
animals.
which ones does Nova actually like? Everyone, go ahead and roll me a nature roll. Except for you, Robin,
I
because
kind
obviously
of-
is your companion.
I kind of want to roll on that one,
Okay.
Me
but let's
Oh.
apparently not. That's kind of ironic. We all rolled pretty high.
Wow.
Gilly and Vanya barely.
Probably really likes Refill, maybe because Nova does like Laras, so it's fine there. But Nova does not like Jathal.
Wait, didn't Lorast and Nova
You do have
fight
a
before?
stand out.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it likes Refill, but not Larast.
I can save them.
I could fix them.
Yeah, exactly.
Just write that down real quick for my notes. Nova hates Larast. Gotta remember that. Okay.
They're having like a standoff before.
As the four of you start to climb down into this root system, it's hard, but eventually you can navigate and get a rope inside there. But climbing down is still fairly difficult. In case any potential straight fall, this does go down 10 feet. All of you that's going down, give me athletic rolls.
Oh,
Not a high
1 second,
DC.
Before we do that, it's 10 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 10 foot? Oh my, I might have just a thing. I have a ladder. It's 10 foot.
So the ladder actually won't fit inside
Okay.
because of the nature of being
Too
in
bad.
Earth.
All right. Oh no.
Just one more thing before going in there. Gilly will probably want Lindsay to cast light on her shield or her sword. Probably on her sword. Yeah, that.
Okay.
Like
I
that.
don't like to keep getting high rolls.
As you go
I feel
into,
like there's going to be a pendulum effect.
you start to climb down. Use a combination of the rope. Vanya, as you are going down, you slip. And when you do, You fall down the shaft about 7 feet, land on your back. You're gonna take 5 damage. The rest of you
Oh no.
make it down.
Gilly is just so tired with her natural 20. She just falls down and just makes a roll and saves herself like a parkour champion.
I'm
Stands
kind
up
of
like,
imagining Gilly just like I don't even know. It's like sliding down. Just...
that's the good thing. It's like if you're in a plane crash and you're sleeping, or if you're drunk, all the muscles are relaxed, so you go like, ooh, that's fine.
Vanya only
Ragdoll.
lies on her back and just says, "Oh, well, this is why you usually use ladders."
Vanya, you look hurt.
Okay.
Can I maybe help you?
I try to get up, and you can hear my back cracking a bit, like.
Let me help you.
No,
Yeah,
honestly,
fine.
I think it's fine.
Drink this.
My back
Drink this,
usually
it'll
hurts
help.
like that.
And Gilly will-
Rifio passes Vanya a elixir of life.
Oh, okay.
How does?
So we do have one in the party donkey, so you can roll from that. It's 1d6 HP that you can heal.
As you
So we
all
do have one.
initially get down, you're surrounded by earth that is covered in roots of this sycamore tree. You see there are insects that are moving about, small centipedes, spiders, ants, a mix of various insects that is. You can't stand up fully for most of you, as the ceiling in this tunnel you're in right now, from the top, is only 4 feet high, which means most of you have to essentially stoop over. Anyone that is a medium size will have penalties here.
Yep.
You see, in both directions, a tunnel that extends about 40 feet. You see footprints of what looks like little small people, Mitflits. You can see discarded remnants, some kobold skulls. Looks like a chair broken apart down here. A small nest from a bird with several eggs are broken. The yolk is kind of just dried there, getting a bit of a rotten smell. You've got 2 ways to go. To the west or to the east. Vanya, if you do drink your small potion given to you by a refill, doesn't do much.
Minimal healing. Damn. I tried.
What do y'all want to do?
Let's go
Well,
west.
we should.
Robin, or I'll say Rabbit, what are you gonna say?
I think we should at least pick one of the well, one of the passages, and if Gilly wants to go west, then I'd say we go west.
Gilly,
If the rest agrees, of course.
I know you're not feeling great, but you might have to take the lead here.
It's fine. Gilly with shield out and a sword that's glowing because of Lindsay's light spell. I hope. I didn't get an okay on that, but we'll lead the way.
You start making your way. And eventually, you see as there are a bunch of roots still growing along the walls, and almost like the Mitflits themselves carved out openings and then had the roots grow around it. Or they just used the natural areas where the roots made what seemed to be like natural kind of caverns. But as you are moving about, eventually you drop into a small, what looks like it's a small little workshop. 3 tiny, crude wooden workbenches that occupy the center of this room when you do kind of fall into it, that are strewn with various tools and mix of metal and wooden hardware and blocks of wood. 1 second.
It's all still like 5 foot high.
It was 4 foot.
4 foot.
4 foot high, yeah.
I am 2 feet taller than the bloody cave.
As you move into this room, you hear shrieking as you see, as you're coming in, these 2 gremlins. One has looks like a small hand-built catapult with marbles, flicking marbles into the other gremlin's mouth. And there's a bit of marbles strewn about. But then they see you, and they immediately go, "Ah! Attack humans!" and go to essentially attack all of you.
Okay, they speak to her down.
Nice.
Oh, that face is really cute. Oh, the second one is also really cute. I love how they look.
Oh, that cute.
The nose, the lips is like.
Like, it has definite Pinky and the Brain vibes.
Oh.
It does. It does. But those are some like uncanny proportions.
Yeah.
All of you,
Oh.
go ahead and roll me perceptions for your initiative. So I'm going to set your initiative to perception. Go to the combat encounter, or the combat tracker at the top left, top right, I should say. In this case, it's encounters. Click on that dice icon next to your name.
Really big foreheads.
Why do I always roll so low?
All right. And we start combat. As they see you, you see this one right here is the one that has the catapult, and goes to aim the catapult with marbles in your direction, Raphael. Gilly, it's on you.
All right.
Oh wow.
A moment where I would have wanted the geese arm, probably, but
That one's
you know, what can you do? Step up.
Urch.
Oh.
Now, you
No.
know you're in a dangerous location, so weapons will be already pulled out. I'm fine with that. They're already drawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to have the sword drawn just for light, so
Yeah.
probably going ahead with the shield is also very logical. I'm not going to step, I'm going to stride
Okay.
behind both of them.
Okay.
Like, stride through there, and as my second action, I want to just strike. Maybe say something on the way, like, no, say nothing. Just strike them.
Go for it.
We're really like packed together in here, so we have to be fast.
Whoa, again.
You and those damn 20s, George. Good grief.
Whoa.
You know,
Gilly's like
You have to-
tired and still like.
David
All right.
Metals was just your attempt to nerf me.
Click on critical.
Critical.
Alright, let's see. Not dead, what do you do? So this is going to be slashing. What is the thing? So slashing does crit effect. The target is slowed two for 1 round. It only gets 1 action. Alright. You slash, and it just hits right on the shoulder, almost cleaving the neck in half. As it rushes back, falls back, almost onto Raphael, as blood just spurts all across the roots and the walls. It's not dead, but it is very, very hurt. I didn't mean to do that. Get out of here.
I want with my third action to attack the other one and just to completely set their will
Okay.
to fight.
Keep in mind, everyone here that is not small size gets -1 to the roll. I'll count that for retroactively though. So don't bother putting it out. So I'll just tell you if it is or not.
Okay.
That will be a definite miss.
Yep.
All right. Till you swing in, hit one in the neck. You do another swing, and you miss the other one as it jumps back, as it about ready to potentially throw some marbles at you. This one here definitely hurt. It actually looks at you in a very, very angry look. And it
Really?
launches the marbles it already has in its hand at you. So, Gilly, go ahead and give me a reflex saving throw as you see 6 marbles get launched in your direction.
And this is a damage effect, so I get like a +3 from my
This is-
bulwark from the full.
Let's see. This, I guess, could potentially can be a damage effect, but in general, it's
Well, it's like the marbles would interact with my armor, I guess. But are there roots on the floor? Because
what does the bonus? Where's the bonus come from that you have?
it's called the bulwark trait. I get it from my full plate. It's like because it's covering all of my body, damaging effects they do not go through as easily if I do reflex saves. So I get a +3. It's kind of to because I do not have any dexterity. It's a sort of
Okay,
way
go
to.
for it.
Okay.
I'll give the bonus.
I love armor in this game.
Unfortunately, that is still a failure, though. So, the marbles, they hit you all over your body, but they go into the actual armor itself, causing points where they kind of poke you a little bit, or they rub wrong against you. So you actually do become clumsy, too.
Yep, I put it on there already.
Gotcha. That's all I can do. Only has one action. Rabbit, it's on you.
Since we already have weapons out, I'm gonna... I don't know if my short bow is actually a good one here.
Not a longbow, so it doesn't have the volley trait where you get penalties, so you could use it here.
Well, I have a short bow, luckily enough, so I'm just gonna target the one that's badly injured.
Is there a penalty for like melee range though?
Hmm?
Is there a penalty for melee range?
On the longbow it is, because that's a volley trait. You get penalties.
Oh, I thought it was any ranged attack. Okay.
Nope, I think it's only
But the
longbows.
short bow doesn't, right?
Yeah, no, short bow doesn't. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
So in that case, I'm just gonna fire my short bow.
Go for it.
And it was a -1
Yes.
modifier, right?
Mm-hmm. Because you have to bend. The angling is difficult for you. Like all of you. Except for, I think, Gilly, you still medium size? Or you, small size? You small size. Yeah, Gilly's fine.
Small size, yeah.
yeah, you can tell by the token.
Correct enough. Alright, you fire the bow rabbit, it just goes right next to the midflit, doesn't really hit at all.
And with I have three spells. I can select one at the start of a day which I can cast at least, and I haven't done so yet. Can I pick one now, or?
Sure.
In that case, I pick Daze and I cast Daze at the enemy.
It
Which
will save. Will be a success.
Yeah, damn.
Okay, go and roll damage. It's probably half damage. In this case, 1 damage. As it gets a
You're
bit
right.
blinded by what happened here, but it's still good. Alright, that was your finish. It goes to the limit flit. This one, now, oh, sorry, go back. This one angrily moves behind you, Gilly, and goes to stab you.
I should be flat-footed, right? Or am I being...
You will be flat-footed now. So it does pull one action move. Second action, pull the actual short sword it has. Third action goes to hit you with the. Oh, don't do that. It's gonna do automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a thing on the character sheet, I think, to like set if the enemy is flat-footed.
And
I think that would.
we'll just hit because you're being flanked. So it comes in,
Mhm.
finds a weak spot in your armor, Gilly, and is going to do 10 damage because of the sneak attack. So it finds a spot. You see that it actually coordinates with the other midflate. Move! It distracts you and then gets in between the armor plates and gets you fairly good. Rifuel, it's on you.
I see. Okay. Okay. I'm going to. Let's go for produce flame on this one that's right in front of me.
All right. Target the one you want to murder.
Wow.
Wow.
Never realized it's murder.
Oh, forgot to put the -1. Does a
That's still-
24 hit?
That's still definitely a hit, yes.
It feels like such an awkward question.
Nice.
6 damage.
When you hit this thing, it definitely falls to the ground dead.
Okay, and
Yes. It just incinerates and then falls.
Vanya's up next. So guidance.
Thank you.
Nice. All right. Vanya, it's on you.
Yeah, able...
So I think you can drag the effect onto your character.
Oh yeah, 1 second.
So you can get a +1 bonus
There
to an attack,
Thank you.
perception, or saving throw, or skill.
Okay, so I will spell strike. Oh wait, I just noticed the weapons are already drawn, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the assumption that in dangerous areas like here, you could have weapons drawn at all times.
Okay, thank you.
That looks like it's a hit. Doing 8 damage. Nice.
Does it really hit? Because I still get a -1.
Yeah.
But the +1
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just balanced out.
Okay.
Very good job, Funny. You have one
Yay.
more action.
I think I have no action left because I moved.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. We go top of round 2. Gilly.
You move and
It's
then
on
you
you.
attack, right?
Spell strike
did
does
you
2
do?
actions.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So when Vanya struck, her rapier essentially, let's see.
What was the spell strike?
Can Gouging Claw use a spell strike?
Yep.
Yeah, if it requires a attack roll, then yeah, it can be used as a
Yep,
spell
okay.
strike.
So I'm trying to figure out how that works. Like, typically, like, it bursts into flames, so I guess it just becomes much sharper, bigger.
Isn't what is gouging claw again? I forget.
think
I
It's
think
like-
it's you change your arm and it gets like this,
Hmm.
and I kind of imagine myself
It's
that
slashing
when
or
I use
piercing
it,
damage.
Yeah, you tell me,
Gotcha.
Olivia. What's it look like when you use this when you attack this spell?
I think it looks like my my hand reaches over the hilt. Like I get claws like Wolverine. That's what I imagine working with the, because I can't let go of my rapier, of course. So I think maybe like this. So I get
Actually-
claws and do extra.
Okay.
I have extra. Yeah.
I can go with that. All right, fantastic. Gilly, it's on you.
That you don't forget, the midfield didn't. Oh, it's injured. I thought it said uninjured. I didn't say. Gilly
I
is
know what I'm doing.
I'm
joking.
Gilly will try to demoralize,
Ooh, okay.
intimidation against it, and is going to say to it, "Your friend is dead. You're next." And I'm going to roll an intimidation. Can I just roll intimidation, or do I have to do it through demoralize? Oh, wait, 1 second. Demoralize. Yes, it's much easier. Like this. I am going to re-roll that with a hero point because that cannot stand.
That's a critical success. Was that a critical success?
If they have
In
a
that
No,
case, yeah,
let's
that's
see.
it. From crit fail to crit success. Oh my god.
If they have an 11 will save, then it's a crit success.
No, they don't. They got a. It's not 11. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
It says it there.
Yeah, that's
What's
wrong.
going on?
It's a success.
Ideally.
I'm not sure what's going on. I think that might be a small bug, but it is a success, but not a crit. Doesn't have a +1 will. It's got more than that.
And after that, Gilly will strike once.
And hit. Nice.
Damage.
And do 10 damage, which hurts the Mitflit quite badly.
And will strike again.
And miss.
That's it for me.
All right. Revit, it is on you. This thing has definite cover.
So that's
You're such at
definitely
-3.
a minus. Yeah.
-3 with the low ceiling here.
I'm gonna use Hunt Prey first,
Okay.
and after that I'm gonna use Hunter's Aim.
Okay. Do your worst. This arrow is gonna fly by Gilly's head into the Mitflit.
There's still a bit of room left.
Wait, how tall is Gilly?
Like 3 feet. So
Oh, so there's like
kind
one
of-
foot,
yeah.
1 foot of room.
That hits. Yeah. That
still
just
hits.
barely hits. All right, cool. We'll take 4 damage. Not dead yet, though.
Oh no.
I believe you're done, Revit.
Yeah, that's all my actions.
This thing, angry. Its first action is going to try and let's see.
Angry but a little scared.
Let's see. It's going to attack. It's angry. It's going to attack you.
Gilly or Vanya?
Actually, Vanya.
Oh,
I would like to use my reaction then, if it hits. Finally. Finally. For once.
Well, that's if I actually hit Vanya. Which I definitely do. Not only that,
Yes.
I have this.
But it's frightened.
it's frightened.
Oh, it is! Never mind! Get out of here. Good call, good call. Alright, so it's going to do damage-wise. It's going to do 4 damage, and in this case, good for Redemption, you just blocked the entire thing. As Gilly caused it to kind of hesitate at the last second, and nothing happens. It now goes for a second attack against Gilly.
But it's also enfeebled, I believe.
No, he
it's
chose the first one.
Yeah, which I did.
Oh yeah.
So no damage goes to Vanya because of Gilly's fantastic ability, and now it's going to do hit its short sword against wrong button -4. So this does hit still. Gilly, you take 2 damage,
I will take that damage gladly.
and for a third attack against you.
Come on.
Wait,
Come on.
Wow, wow, this thing,
Come on.
this thing hates you.
Yeah, I can understand that.
who is you? Is it Gilly?
6
No,
damage
it's
to you,
George.
Gilly. George, and this also does damage-wise. Let's see what this does. So, is for piercing, triple damage, ventilated. Go and take
3 more?
3 more damage, yeah. As it just it stabs Vanya, which is blocked by you, and just angrily just goes and just stabs you, and then one more time stabs you right like through the links, right through the plating of your armor. gets to you. Raphael.
Let's go for produce flame again.
Right. Difficulty will be at a... because it does have cover because of what you're doing.
So what's the minus going to be total?
-2.
-3.
Only for melee
-2?
weapons, not for spells. Only for weapons. For ranged weapons and melee weapons because of the angling. But for spells, you're fine.
Okay, so -2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Circumstance penalty -2, rolling at +6.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay. Alright.
And that will also flip its head. And then it falls to the ground. Dead.
That never gets easier. Gilly, you're right.
Careful with the flames, and Gilly starts stomping out flames if they're like the roots, so we don't burn alive. But like the roots are they healthy or are they?
The roots are healthy. Well, no,
Okay.
the trees probably dead. So the roots are actually a mix of some of the roots are still fine, but most of it started to come to it being dead.
So Gilly will stomp around and probably also stomp on the mid flit a bit.
Okay.
Oh god. Oh, it never gets easier. You're totally right. Then Gilly will heal herself. First thing, like after all that pain, will get in a bit of easement from lay on hands on herself. Oh god.
Gilly, the way you blocked this was amazing.
Don't thank me. Thank Kate and Kayleen.
There might be more of them further up.
Remember, you can loot them if you want to.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
let's rest here for a bit.
How much time do you want to take?
A while. I don't want to. And you can see Gilly is bleeding. Gilly's bleeding out, and she probably wants some medical attention, and she wants to at least refocus once. Mm-hmm. We don't have free movement currently.
Yeah.
Well, now you do. Now you see of the exit, it goes down further into the earth, or you go back up and go towards the east.
Going back up would be the way we came.
Yes.
Okay. Shall we take 10 minutes, patch Gilly up?
Yes.
Shall we do it here?
Let's do it here. It looks defensible.
Okay.
I would try to do a watch, I guess. Like I would try to concentrate and
You keep
see if I
your
can hear any movements.
awareness out in case any midflit does come through. You can hear a bit of laughter, a bit of laughing. Oh, sorry, in combat. You hear a bit of laughing coming from various areas. You can hear actually laughter coming from the passageway that goes about 10 feet down again into another passageway.
Oh,
So you're going deeper into the earth.
That's probably so creepy. Just like up here, and you can hear like echoes of laughter from somewhere else.
Just a mix of it coming up.
Oh my god, that...
I hate the
that
face.
sounds like... actually, I'll save it for later. It reminds me of something. Anyway, patching Gilly up. That wasn't a great roll.
With the failure.
Can I hero point that?
You can.
Come on, come on, come on.
Success! Good roll 2d8 there, Raphael.
2d8. Okay.
11 HP there, Gilly.
Mm-hmm. And after that, Gilly will probably take like a while more because
Okay.
I want to lay on hands again, refocus, lay on hands again, and refocus again.
Okay,
Just
so
to be
you
sure.
are going to be immune to treat wounds for the next 50 minutes, it would be. So,
Okay.
because the hour counts the 10 minutes that I spent.
I have it on me. Does the clumsy go away, Paul?
No. All of you, as you're
Okay.
getting deeper and deeper, actually are going to gain the clumsy condition because of this area. Let me actually do that now.
But I want to say I think I have something against, or not against that, but like it's a halfling thing from my wildwood halfling.
Oh, I keep forgetting that your clumsy does not. Where did your clumsy come from?
It's
Oh, it's from the
from
marbles. Yeah, that's
yeah.
eventually you get all the marbles out and you're done. You're good.
But like I used my small size to wriggle through undergrowth, vines, and other obstacles. I ignore difficult terrain from trees, foliage, and undergrowth.
It's a cave, so.
But this is from a tree. The roots are from a tree. So this is my argument, which
That's not the thing providing the difficult terrain, though.
It depends on what difficult terrain is. If it's a bunch of roots, then yeah, you'll ignore it.
okay. Yeah.
If it's like a bunch of dead bodies, you won't ignore it, even if you're in like a place surrounded by trees.
Unless the tree killed them.
Like the rest of us are under the clumsy condition because of how much space we have, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As all of you are attending to your wounds, Vanya, you are on a lookout right now.
Yes.
You actually you see climbing up towards all of you are 3 mitflits.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I share that information with the party. There's 3 Sorry. Yeah, okay, Vanya also said that. 3 misfits.
Where are they coming from?
They're
Down here. There's a passageway.
Can we see them climbing up or not?
If you want to peek your head over, you can potentially can.
Can I stealth for that? Too? Just like stealth and then peek my
Ellie, how are you feeling?
This is happening while you're tending to Gilly's wounds.
Oh, okay.
Am I able to aim my bow and fire a shot at them?
Yeah, potentially.
So, one thing about treating wounds while this is happening, I don't think I have my armor on for that.
No, I would imagine you would have it because you wouldn't take off your armor in the middle of the place. So they're essentially just going in through places where they can tend to you. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna have you to have to remove your armor in the middle of a dungeon to get healed.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, did Vanya want to stealth?
unless Rabbit wants to shoot.
Well, they know we're here. They're climbing up, so I guess
Are they?
we're gonna
Do they
have
know
to.
we're
They're not
find a
moving like
way.
they know. They're just climbing up here.
Are
You
they
hear them,
still
you hear them
laughing?
kind of like talking, like they're talking in their own native language. In fact, I can see if you can actually
Is
hear it.
it
Okay. So either way, I
There you
think
go.
I'd like to.
okay?
Oh.
I like that so much.
Yeah. Okay, I think either way I would like to hide and stealth.
On the dead midflits, I found Blackadder venom. Can I coat my arrows in it?
You can.
Oh boy.
It'll be 1 arrow. Actually, how much does the arrows do? I'm actually not entirely sure. I know you can, but I'm not sure how many arrows it actually affects.
It might be a thing that's like for one attack anyway, so it would be like 1 arrow.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Poison typically requires one hand to point of food scan. Applying poison to a weapon alone.
Okay, yeah, so
it,
by the rules, you only do, it's only one attack, so it's 1 poison per attack, so in this case, it would be for essentially 1 arrow.
Well, in that case, if I can fire an arrow at them, I'd like to coat my arrow in some Blackadder venom and hope I hit one of them.
maybe?
I'm assuming in this case that you can, as they come up. Now, the question I have for you, Rabbit, as Riffle is healing Gilly, are you going to sit there and wait for them to come up, or are you going to go immediately and just go launch an arrow at them?
I'm just gonna prepare the arrow and wait for them to come up so I can have a clear shot.
Okay.
Do we see that? Because like a possibility would be to just block the entrance from them as Gilly. Like, I don't know, go here, but then it will be harder for you to do it. I could.
We do have tables.
Yeah.
But can you move tables in 6 seconds?
Probably not.
Gilly will probably just use the time to take up the weapons. This is all that Gilly does.
Not quietly, anyway.
Gilly, you're being healed.
Yeah.
So if you go into combat, if you two stop, you have to remove the healing you took earlier.
I mean,
that would not remove the immunity to treat wounds, though. That would stay.
Keep that in mind.
Okay, then I'll stay in place and like have my hand close to the sword.
Okay.
Oh no!
Here they come.
So I still want to do the stealth check.
Okay.
Is that fine?
So all of
should
you,
I do...
set your initiative to stealth and use stealth for initiative.
Okay.
Except for Riffle and Gilly, you really can't stealth when you're doing this stuff. So you put two of you don't roll. If you want to come in, you'll roll initiative. So I don't want you two to roll at all.
Oh, okay. Because it's happening like within the 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so we're on the same page. I'm supposed to roll with stealth now.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go. What is it today?
No, you can do stealth or perception. Either one's up to you.
I think rather stay stealth. But I think I want to hear a point.
Go for it.
Same here.
Go for it.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh no!
Ah!
They came, as they're coming up, they go, that's not our breathing. There's someone, and you see it pick up its head a little bit, sees Rabbit with the arrow point at its head, and immediately lunges forward in a bit of a breathtaking speed.
Not good.
It gets up, and it killing goes, "Run attack!" And it rushes up here. And to you, Rabbit. Second action, pulls its short sword. Third action, attacks you. Hits.
I'm sorry, I do not have the reaction.
Doing 5 damage to you. As Riffle is watching, tending to Gilly. The other bit flit. Gets up here. Second action, pulls a weapon, and goes to stab Vanya.
God.
Alright. this piercing attack
Barely.
is going to be... one damage. But it actually pins you in place, which is fine. Go ahead and go with me an athletics check. On your turn if you want to get free. Not yet.
Who now?
You, Vanya, on your turn.
Oh,
You take 1 damage, though. As I roll the lowest value on my dice.
Oh, wait.
Amazing.
Rabbit, it's on you.
I'm gonna fire my arrow at this guy with the poison.
Go for it.
Do I have to, how do I use the poison?
I'll do it myself. Just go ahead and do the attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're adding in the abilities to do this later on, but right now I have to do it manually.
Applying the poison, does it take an action for me or not?
You already had it set up. You're good.
Okay, so I have 3 actions now.
Yeah.
Is there any button on the poison?
They're making it for Foundry, but not yet. Right now you have to do everything kind of manually still. It came up on my other game.
As my
Gotcha.
first action, I'm gonna use Hunt Prey, and as for my second and third action, I'm gonna use Hunter's Aim for the attack as well.
Okay. That is gonna be a hit. And it critically failed its save. So 3 damage is also gonna take this much damage. 4 damage from the poison. Take another 6 damage. And kills it. It dies, falling to the ground. Goes to my Mitflit right here. It, first action, has to move into the area. Second action, pulls a dart, in this case, and throws a dart at Vanya.
Wait.
And misses. And that is it for it. Vanya, it's on you.
Okay. So would you say my spell strike is recharged again because it's this new combat, or not?
It's fine. What do you want to say, Andrew? So you're trying to say something there?
No, I immediately noticed that like I'm next in the initiative. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah, your spell strike is fine, Vanya. Or Vanya, yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to spell strike.
Go for it.
1 second. Why can't I? Any moment, no. Why?
What?
I can't select a token. 1 second. Okay, now I got it.
Okay. That's gonna be a mish.
Okay. Other than that, I'm going to cast shield.
Gotcha. Alright, we go top around. Now, refuel, Gilly, you still staying healing?
It's just 6 seconds, and I don't know. I think Gilly's instinct would be to grab a weapon and start to stand up. But yeah, I don't know.
I kind of want to trust in Rabbit and Vanya. Rabbit just took one of them down.
Okay, so probably Gilly will be like, her hand goes to the weapon, and Orifil, do you do something like, or
No, don't move much. Not yet.
Yep.
Rabbit, Vanya, you two got this, right?
Sure.
Definitely.
Right.
Rabbit.
This one seeing Gilly not defending himself at all, being attended to by Refuel, goes to stab Gilly.
all right?
I'm gonna make this in the case I have +2 to hit because of your situation, Gilly.
Yeah, probably would be something like prone or something. Yeah.
That's pretty much I'm doing the prone condition, kind of.
Yeah.
And we'll completely whiff that. It will try a second attack to do the same thing. Right, let's make you prone. Make it easy. Go prone. And we'll miss. And it's gonna try a... What? It's gonna try and intimidate you if it can. After that, and it can't. And now it goes to Rabbit. It's on you.
I like the idea of like it like goes into like trying to attack Gilly and like Arifio whilst like patching Gilly up just kicks it.
Yeah, Gil's like, no, get away. Just like move the hand out of the way.
They are like pests.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
That's a nice image.
As my first action, I'm gonna try to intimidate the midget nearest to me.
Okay. Go for it.
How do I roll Demoralize?
Do you have the skill action on the character sheet?
No.
We do have the
Oh yeah, I can search it.
Control space.
no. We have the macros for skill actions.
Do you not have that on your sheet? Okay, so don't use that, Rabbit. You probably don't have this turned up right now. So go ahead and you have no skill actions on your sheet, I'm guessing. Do me a favor, Rabbit. Anyone that's have skill actions on the character sheet under the actions part of their sheet, go to the top right to the setting. So now the single cog.
Yes.
Click on that.
We don't need it in the character sheet, do we? Because
Rose can
you
activate
set
it
it
from.
up with the macros. The macros down bottom.
So yeah, but this is actually going to show much more actions that aren't just straight up skill stuff. It's actually more beneficial. So does anyone here have skill actions on the character sheet? So go to the character sheet. Go to the actions tab where you have like your strikes, your actions. You'll see reactions, free actions. You should see potentially skill actions that have like administer first aid, balance, climb. Do you have that?
No.
I do.
Okay. Everyone?
At the bottom, right?
Yeah. If you don't see that, do me a favor. Go to the top right, click on the cog for the settings. Click on configure settings. And then scroll down to PF2E workbench. And then you will see, if you scroll down to the skill actions position, which is about halfway down, and if it says disabled, put it at bottom. And then
Wait, what was it called again?
Configure settings.
yeah, so go to configure settings. And then in the left-hand side, scroll down to where you see PF2E workbench.
Okay, what pops up for me with the configure character settings is
No,
alliance and
configure
show
settings
spacing.
in the right-hand part of the screen. There's this cog,
right.
like where the chat is.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought it was on the
there-
character sheet.
Yeah,
Okay,
so not the character sheet.
configure settings. Okay, yeah.
Then go to PF2E workbench. Olivia, you got that? Right.
Yeah, I think I
Yep.
do. Done.
All right, Robin, you good?
Yeah.
All right, scroll down about halfway to where you see it says the skill actions position.
Top bottom.
Yep, put it at bottom. Click save. I'm gonna ask you to refresh the screen.
Refresh the screen.
Yeah. And then if you go back into the character sheet, you should see skill actions, which lists all the actions you can do on the character and the actual modifier already. If it's going to be a multi-action penalty, like trip or shove.
So we can see the descriptions for them as opposed to just the role that we have on the macro.
It won't tell the descriptions, but it will. It actually does it in chat. There's a much better way to do it. Do y'all see it?
Reloading. Reveal. Yes.
So you see a little eye symbol to the right. You click on that to actually hide the actions you want to have, like the low ones you're never going to use.
Okay.
But Demoralize should be in there.
Yeah.
I see demoralize, yeah.
Right. Now, Rabbit, give it a try. And that is a critical. It's not. I don't know what this thing's doing. Okay, this is something weird. It's a bug. Either way, it is a success, though. Not a crit.
Foundry hates mid-flits.
Apparently.
We can actually pop them up to see the descriptions, though.
Oh, kill.
That's
Frightened.
useful.
Can I also try to demoralize the other one?
Absolutely.
There's no multiple attack penalty on that, right?
No, there's not.
That's great.
There will also be a failure.
Yeah, damn it. And with my last action, I'm just gonna attack the one that I demoralized.
Go for it. That is a hit. That is going to be 3 damage. Alright. On this Midfoot's turn, it yells out, "We're under attack!" and drops down the hole.
This might be a problem.
Yeah.
This is most certainly a problem.
Fine, it's on you.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay, question. If I want to do a recall knowledge check about them, what kind of skill check would that be?
I'll do it for you. I'll do the one that is most native to...
Oh wait, before I just want to know, is it like nature?
So
recall
I would
knowledge?
roll the one that is most relevant to its type, and if you don't have that, I'd roll the next applicable one with your best modifier.
Okay, because depending on which it is, I would do something else. But if
In
it's
this case, it would be
information you
nature.
can't give me.
It would be nature.
Okay. Okay, I guess instead I would like to recharge
Okay,
and do another spell strike.
go for it. That looks like the hit. You're going to do 10 damage. And that is going to kill this Midflit.
Oh my! Oh my!
Goodbye, cruel world. There's still one midflit running around, right?
It fell down the hole where it came from. You hear, "We're under attack!" And then you hear the gurgling screams of a kobold being killed. And that is where we'll end today's game.
Cool. There's always a price to pay if we say, oh yeah, we'll just heal, you know. They can deal with it, you know.
This
It's
was
fine,
the case
you
here.
know. And now we triggered the alert.
Probably not going to get another chance for treat wounds. But to be fair, I don't think we would have gotten any other chance for treat wounds further in.
It was a random encounter because you're doing this and it did trigger. So unfortunately, you have to deal with this now. All right. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream.
My stream.